In Qigong, posture is very important. It's also true for life in general. So over time, we all develop different habits and ways of standing, which puts unnecessary pressure on our joints and creates tension in the muscles. So in Qigong, we have a posture, a standing position called WuJi, and this is to align the body neutrally. So to begin, we want our feet to be hip width apart, or somewhere between hip and shoulder width apart, whichever you find most comfortable. And you want your feet to be parallel, facing forward, so not splayed out and not splayed in, but toes facing forwards. Now we want our weight to be evenly distributed over the feet, so you can shift your weight forward. Feel this is quite springy here, and if you shift your weight backwards into the heels, you can feel it's quite heavy, like a bored teenager like this. So we want to be neutral. So the weight should be distributed between the heels, the sides, and the pads of the toes and the balls of the feet. So next, we want to just loosen and relax the knees. So if this is them locked straight, just relax the knees. Now, put your fingertips onto the tips of your ears and draw a line, and where the fingertips meet, you can make a little mark here, or you can pull a bit of hair up so you remember this point. Now, this is where you want to pull up from. So when we pull up from the crown of our head here, this slightly tucks the chin in. Now this is really important because most people have their heads slightly forwards. This is from the computer and other things like that. And the skull weighs between 2 and 5 kilos. And then when you have gravity on top of that, pulling it down, it weighs a lot more, and you're going to get neck pains and upper back pain and back pain and so on. So just by lifting up from this crown point, which gently tucks the chin in, it opens the back of the neck and sits our head nicely on our shoulders. So now that we have our weight evenly distributed on our feet and we're lifting up from the crown point of our heads, let your hips and your pelvis sink down towards the earth. So it creates a nice stretch in the spine that elongates the spine and separates the vertebrae. Now, to set the shoulders, we're just going to pick them up and gently roll them up and back and down. Now, this helps to sit the shoulders because, again, a lot of people have shoulders that are rolling forward, so we want to encourage this open shouldered posture. Now, bring your minds into your chest area, and we just want to ever so slightly relax and sink the chest down. So many people have the chest puffed up, and this can cause chi to get stuck all up here, and we just want to relax the chest so our breath can sink down. So again, we have our weight evenly distributed throughout the feet. Our knees are relaxed. We are being pulled up from the crown of our heads, and our hips are sinking down towards the earth. The spine is opening and stretching. Our shoulders are sitting nicely after we've rolled them back. Our arms just hang relaxed and loose. our chest is relaxed. Now bring your awareness to the palms of your hands and just ever so slightly open the palms, open the fingers. Just gently, we don't want to really intensely open them, but again, a lot of people's hands curl inwards, so we just want to encourage the hands, the fingers to open up. So this is our main WuJi posture. This is our neutral standing position. So this will help to align your bone structure and also help to align the muscles and the tendons and all the things inside the body so they can just sit optimally. So now that you have this posture, this position, we're just going to stand here just for a few minutes. You can go through that checklist of feet, knees, crown of the head, hips sinking down, shoulders, sats back, chest relaxed, hands open. Now, let your body just breathe naturally on its own. So we don't want to contrive anything, we don't want to force the muscles in the belly to, expand and contract too much. We just want to let the body naturally do that on its own accord. And we do this just by putting our awareness throughout the body and with an extra bit of awareness onto the torso area. And we just let the body breathe. We let the mind take a rest inside the body. And again, just checking your alignments. This posture can actually be quite uncomfortable in the beginning because the body wants to go back to its natural way of standing, or the habits that's been built into it. So the body wants to pull back to that. So we're trying to train our bodies to be as neutral and as aligned as possible. So just a little bit longer of standing like this. And if you just do this 10 minutes a day, just set an alarm, a timer, just to stand for 10 minutes, just to train your body to realign itself. And when you're in the shopping line or you're standing anywhere really, just keep this in the back of your mind and just go through and check. You want to be as aligned and neutral as possible. So this is WuJi. Means without projections, without limits. And then in the body can translate as neutral. We're not projecting anything into the body, we're just aligning it naturally. practice this.